Ahoy, peace and blessings, welcome back. Like the title of this video states, this is a video you should watch before you open your third eye. Alright, doesn't matter what religion you are, what race you are, what gender you are. Alright, as long as you're a human being, okay, you understand English, this video will help you. Alright, on this channel, I talk about a lot of higher spiritual ideas and concepts and way of being. Alright, but I also would like to give some beginner insight. Alright, this video should be perfect for beginners, that's how I'm trying to make this video. So first you have to understand your body is not a toy, okay? You wouldn't go jump in the ocean if you can't swim. You get what I mean? You have common sense. Alright, please take common sense into account. You're not just gonna go jump off a bridge. You don't have wings unless you're trying to hurt yourself. You get what I mean? We naturally have survival instincts. You get what I mean? You're not just gonna cut your foot off or something for no reason, right? Your body is not a toy. You shouldn't just go having kids with as many people as you can and, have no means to take care of these kids. You get what I mean? Your body is not a toy. The Bible compares your body to a temple. Literally, this is your home. It is a home for your spirit, your soul. Okay, that's what your body is. It is a vessel for you to experience life, for your soul and your spirit to experience life, and for God to experience life. Genesis 32:30. So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared." All right, does that sound like a metaphor to you? Does that sound like a parable to you? When Jacob, right, who later became known as Israel, fathered the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called chosen people, you get what I mean? He called that place Peniel, right? Your third eye is known as the pineal gland. Is that a parable? Let me know. Matthew 6:22, the eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. Understand, the third eye is just another eye, okay? So what do your eyes do, right? Your eyes help you see things, see the outside world, see things around you, right? You can see your friends, your family. You can also see your you can also see your haters and your enemies, what's being done wrong in the world, the news. Right, your eyes don't necessarily have a filter. Okay, you have to filter your eyes, right? If you go on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or the news or wherever, you get what I mean, you're gonna see what's there. Your eyes just see what's there. Your third eye is only just gonna see what's there already. That has nothing to do with you, right? There are blind people. Right, there's people with eyes, but their eyes have no abilities or are lacking, the majority of the function, right? So they can't see what's around them. It is as simple as that. If your third eye is open, you'll be able to see in more detail and more clarity the spiritual world around you. In the same way your eyes help you see the physical world around you. It is not necessarily good or bad. It is up to you because there's no filter, right? If you go scroll through news channels or whatever, you're gonna see crime after crime. You get, terrorist after terrorist, criminal after criminal. You go on TikTok, Twitter, you're gonna see a bunch of unholy things, right? Because that is the world that's around us. We are not living in a pure world. In the same way, you can go see a bunch of beautiful things, the most beautiful people you met in your life, right? A bunch of cute animals and all kind of great nature, waterfalls and all kind of stuff, right? Stars and constellations and, all kind of beautiful things, right? Your eyes don't have a filter, okay? Your third eye is also just a eye. It doesn't have a filter. So you will see a lot of beautiful things, right? Just like your real eyes. You may also see a bunch of negative things, just like your real eyes, right? But it is still the truth of the world that's around you. So you open your third eye if you want to see more of the truth, okay? if you are strong enough to handle the truth, if you're strong enough to watch the news, right? Some people don't watch the news because they can't handle it. They don't want to know what's going on. They don't want to know about all the people getting hurt and things like that. They can't handle it, right? So if you are able to handle that, if you are able to handle the world that's around you, if you want to know the real world, if you want to know the real truth, you open your eyes, right? Physically, you open your eyes, you can see things, right? If you want to know more of the spiritual truth, right, you open your third eye, you'll see things, right? So I can't tell you what exactly is going to happen to you, right? I just know you're going to see more of the truth. Sometimes the truth is ugly. Sometimes the truth is beautiful. You get what I mean? When you open your third eye, truly, you're going to see some of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. No one else has really even seen. You get what I mean? Only some of the masters and the ascended people have seen and written about, drew pictures of, right? But this is the real world, right? These beautiful, holy, angelic, divine things around us, right? You'll be able to see those things more clearly, right? But again, your eyes don't have a filter. You'll also start to see the negative things that are around us, the unholy things, the demonic things, right? So that is not you. You are still you, okay? The outside world is not you. You get what I mean? You are you. I am who I am. You are not the outside world. So if you know you should only fear God, you know, there's nothing that can harm you if you are protected, right? These are like some of the, you know, prerequisites I would recommend. Make sure you are not fearful, okay? Make sure you know you are protected. And that goes, you know, everyone's different, right? Your ancestors can protect you. Your angels can protect you. Your God can protect you. But you are still you. Just because you go see a billionaire on the internet doesn't mean you're a billionaire. Or just because you go see a bodybuilder on the internet doesn't mean you have a six-pack. Just because you see these wicked people in power destroying people doesn't mean you're guilty of that. You know, you have no say over what other people are doing. You can suggest things to them, you get what I mean? But ultimately, we have free will. So remember, this is not a game. Right, remember when you were a kid, if you were scared of horror movies, you just wouldn't watch horror movies. That's okay. You don't have to do that, right? No one's forcing you to open your third eye. You get what I mean? I'm not forcing anyone to open their third eye. I'm not shoving the truth down people's throats. You get what I mean? You use your own free will to click my videos. I'm not forcing you to watch my videos. You know, I'm just spreading the truth. Sometimes the truth is more beautiful than words can put. You get what I mean? Sometimes the truth is just, oh, there's evil in the world. Who guessed it? You get what I mean? That's it. Ultimately, that's it. But if, you know, you have more questions about the truth of the world, you really want to see the real truth, you know you can handle it. You get what I mean? You know your rank. You know you are a son and daughter of God. You want to see more of the truth, okay? You should try to open your third eye, right? That is a way you can see more of the truth. But remember, Jesus became a man, okay? Jesus has a third eye. Jesus became a man, right? The same vessel you have, the same archetype of vessel you have, Jesus had the same vessel, right? Jesus had a stomach. Jesus had a head. Jesus had a brain. Jesus had a third eye. Jesus had the regular two eyes. Jesus had a nose. Jesus had hair. You get what I mean? He was a man, right? As far as I remember, they called that man perfect, right? Your vessel is perfect. Understand this. Your vessel was created by God. God created the third eye, okay? Again, it may not be for everyone. The same way horror movies aren't for everyone. Same way some people have allergies. Some people just can't, you know, drink milk or eat cheese or nuts, or you get what I mean? Everything's not just for everyone, right? But if you are concerned with the truth of the world, you should open your third eye. You know, no one was saying Jesus' third eye is evil, right? Jesus was a man too. Jesus had a third eye, right? They say the eye is the lamp of the body, right? If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Last time I heard, Jesus was full of light. Seems like he had a very open third eye to me. You get what I mean? Seems like Jesus could see the physical world and the spiritual world very well. Very well, to me personally. Is that a parable? You know, remember, your vessel is holy. Okay, I don't care what no book says, no preacher says. Your whole body is holy. Your whole body is perfect. Your body was made out of love, for one, from your parents, right? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Your body also was created by God. God allowed the creation of your body and your soul, your spirit. He allows these things. He allows the creation of these things. And he put his own son into a human vessel to experience this. Okay, your body is perfect. Your vessel is perfect, and it is only yours. No one has access to your vessel, okay, unless you allow them to, right? Like a lover or something, right? Maybe you're a fighter, you know, you get into a fight, you get what I'm saying, with a referee. You get what I mean? No one has access to your body but you. Your mom and your dad was wiping the poop off your butt so you wouldn't be sick, so you wouldn't die, so you wouldn't be smelly. You are holy. That's the grace your parents gave you. Okay, feeding you so you don't die. You get, I mean, taking care of you when you couldn't even move and walk. Taking care of you. That's the grace your parents gave you, who love you dearly. Imagine the grace that God gives you. Okay? Who has loved you before you were even born. Understand, okay? He made these things for us. He made these things for his kids, the sons and daughters of God. He put Jesus into a human vessel. He made these things for us. He made the entire world for us. And for us to see things clearly, okay? Just because the world is tainted, right, doesn't mean there still isn't truth there. Doesn't mean it can't be redeemed. Doesn't mean that you can't help, that you can't put in the work, that you can't fulfill your purpose, no matter what it is. You get what I mean? Healing, creating, medicine, whatever it is, art. Okay? You should know more about the truth of the world, in my opinion. But again, you know, this is not a game. You know, your body's not a toy. Okay? Handle your body with care. Right? You're not just gonna go drink bleach and dirty water, right? Most of us, right? Use common sense. Okay? Common sense is a thing. Right? Not just gonna go, you get, you know what I mean, gouge your eyes out or something, right? Common sense. Please just use common sense. There are good things and bad things in the world. End of story. Okay? Your third eye by itself is good. It helps you see things. Your eyes by themselves are good. Right? Your eyes are good. They help you see things, right? Oh, they may see bad things. That doesn't mean your eyes are bad now. You know, don't put the outside world's energy onto you, onto one specific part of you, right? You are a whole being. You are one complete being, right? Your heart is connected to your third eye, right? Your mouth connected, your stomach's connected, your feet's all your body's connected, right? We know this through science. Your whole body's connected. So if no one's saying, oh, don't use your heart because you're going to see some evil things, you're going to love some evil people, right? They say, oh, don't eat at all because you're going to eat something that's spoiled. You get what I'm saying? No one's saying these things. Don't listen to anything you're going to hear, you know, the truth or something. You know, you may hear some lies or something. Like, it's just a tool for us to use to better ourselves, to better our world, to understand more about ourselves, the world, okay, our God. That is what it is used for. Same way you open your ears for the music you like, you open your stomach for the food you like, you get what I mean? You open your nose for the smells you like, you know, good smelling food, incense, candles, right? You open your mouth for the drink you like, right? You can open your third eye for the world you like, right? If you really are a beginner, there's two things, right? Don't hurt yourself. Doesn't matter what you see, right? You go play Call of Duty and, you know, the government's trying to say, oh, Call of Duty's calling people to kill people. You know, shooting games cause people to kill people. That's not the truth. Don't hurt yourself. Doesn't matter what you see. Doesn't matter what you see. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, especially if you listen to me, you one of my students, just don't hurt yourself. Can we agree on that? I feel like that's very reasonable. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anyone else. Right? Now you're just going to see the world for what it is. Okay? Good and bad. The holiest of holies. Hopefully that's just it, right? Depending on your energy, right? You got to know your energy. If you're more attracted to dark things anyway, you're going to see more of that. right? If you're attracted to more like things, you're gonna see more of that, right? But remember, we're alive for a long time. Some of us may live to 100 years old, 90 years old, 80 years old, 70. That's a long time. You may see some things you didn't like, right? In the same way your eyes have seen things you didn't like already. No one's saying, oh, we gotta wear blindfolds now. You know, you just move past it. Just move on. Look at something else now. Change the channel. You get what I mean? I have to add this to this video as well for new people, okay? Don't confuse psychedelic trips, drug trips for third eye awakening. Okay, you can take psychedelics, hallucinogens, and hallucinate. That's what they do. You can take psychedelics and start psyching out. See some psych shit, take hallucinogens, start hallucinating. That's what they do. That is not the same as a third eye awakening or a third eye experience. That is not the same. That is a drug experience. Right? That is a drug-induced experience. It's not the same thing. Don't remember ever reading about Jesus taking drugs, or none of these monks taking drugs, none of these ascended masters, right? Talking about, oh yeah, I saw this on drugs, so this is what it is when I'm sober. It is not the same thing, okay? I would never tell my students to do psychedelics or drugs, hard drugs. You get what I'm saying? You don't need none of that to experience a true awakening. You don't need any of those things, all right? The things that happen to you when you are sober are much more powerful, much more important than the things you do, than the things that you experience when you're on psychedelics and drugs. It is not the same thing. There's nothing spiritual about that. There's nothing enlightened about that. There's nothing awakened about that, right? All that information you got, whether good or bad, still came from damaging your body. You get what I mean? It still came from drugs. It still came from the outside world. That was not your energy. That's the energy that's already in the drugs. It's in there whether you take it or not. You get what I mean? So I would advise you stay away from it. It will actually make your third eye awakening much more worse in the long run. That is how you open yourselves up to more of the dark side of nature, because you didn't astral travel there yourself. You didn't meditate and go there yourself. You took something that did it for you. And you're not in control of that. You know, when you're meditating, you're in control of that. When you're astral traveling, once you get good at it, you're in control of that. When you take these drugs, you don't know how they're gonna affect you. So it's not awakening anything, you know. Sometimes it's forcing things open, right? You're gonna get damaged that way in the long run. So don't confuse them. There's many people talk about, oh yeah, you just gotta do drugs. They're junkies, literally. You don't have to do drugs to know God. You don't have to do drugs to know the universe, to know yourself. You don't have to do drugs to do anything like that. You get what I mean? Stay away from dumb people. Common sense. You get what I'm saying? But super peace and super blessings. I hope y'all have a super day, a super week, a super month, a super year. We're working with our super angels. Thank y'all for making it to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.